December 7th, 2016. Britain has voted to leave the EU. Labour MP Jo Cox has been murdered by a member of the far right, and David Cameron has resigned. Jeremy is in Matlock for the launch of the county council elections in May 2017. It has been a chaotic 16 months. Jeremy has seen off Owen Smith and the attempted coup, but the damage is done. Labour's position in the polls dropped significantly, and Jeremy's personal ratings suffer hugely. It's hard to feel any sense of optimism. The leadership is secure, but the media continues to hound Jeremy, and the party's message doesn't seem to be cutting through to the wider public. The project creaks forward, limp, fragile and delicate, seeming like it could collapse any day. For the sake of my own sanity, I had begun rationing my social media use. The media, along with the right wing of the Labour Party, are constantly bombarding you, trying to sow confusion and to wear you out with deliberate stupidity and bad faith arguments. Joe Kennedy called this non-linear warfare, an intentional strategy to, quote, grind one down to infuriated silence. Spending any amount of time on social media feels like being under psychological assault from the establishment. I'm finding myself angry on a daily basis. Almost every attack on Jeremy feels like an attack on each of us in the wider movement. From the moment he was first elected leader, the press have been intensely hostile.
It is Corbyn that poses the greatest danger to Labour's future. If Ed Miliband addressed his campaign to a non-existent country, Corbyn addresses a non-existent world. By electing Corbyn, Labour may have passed a point from which it will be unable to return. John Gray.
Jeremy Corbyn couldn't lead the Labour Party to victory in an egg and spoon race right now. Julia Hartley Brewer.
Jeremy is hammered relentlessly. Everything about him offends their sensibilities, their values and their entire worldview. Jeremy is entirely bad in every conceivable way and must be destroyed at all costs. An idea is forming amongst centrists on social media that the left is uniquely abusive, especially towards any critics of Jeremy. On her blog, Lisa Muggeridge wrote,
"Your movement is not a movement, it's astroturf and it's bullying, and it's not democracy, it threatens it. When your activists and followers intimidate and abuse mainly female MPs and councillors, that is not democracy. In a democracy, women are people too."
But abuse is not unique to the left or to any ideology. Did some people on the left abuse others? Of course, but you can always find trolls and abusers from across the political spectrum. Even some on the left have become frustrated with the project. In July 2016, Owen Jones, previously a strong supporter, wrote,
"Let me put this in stark terms. As Jeremy Corbyn is surrounded by cheering crowds, Labour generally, and the left specifically, are teetering on the edge of looming calamity." According to ICM in mid-July, on the team better able to manage the economy, 53% of Britons opted for Theresa May and Philip Hammond, while 15% opted for Jeremy Corbyn and John McDonnell.
I feel a strong sense of despair. Jeremy is attacked from across the political spectrum, and the general public are not warming to him. Right now it feels like winning an election would be impossible. You go to a rally and you feel inspired and re-energized, but then you read the papers again, and all your hopes quickly fade. Yet Jeremy has re-energised the party and the left in general. The party membership is now over 500,000 and has given him a huge mandate. Jeremy has to walk on stage and inspire everybody, to make everyone feel that we can still win. He has to deliver a speech like this multiple times a day, around the country for weeks on end, with the entire mainstream media constantly talking about what a failure he is, why he's an anti-Semite, a terrorist sympathiser, a traitor and an enemy of the state. Alex Nunn's rope, "A movement, not a man," was one of the frequent unofficial slogans shared by Corbyn supporters. As the man himself frequently insisted, "Our campaign, it's not me, it's ours," said Jeremy. "It's a lot of people coming together, and I happen to be in a position where I'm asked to speak on behalf of it." Maybe we sometimes forget this ourselves. It should be a collective movement united by common goals. The re-emergence of the left came from the work of thousands of activists, not the actions of a single person. Sometimes it feels like we're headed for disaster, but nothing is written in stone and nothing is inevitable. We can't let the media define reality for us. We must proceed with the establishment declaring the project a failure every step of the way. We must persevere in the hope that things will improve. Politics is not a parlour game or a debating club. It's a struggle. It's not about both sides coming together. It's about competing ideologies vying for absolute domination and power. We should proudly state who we are and what we stand for. We, the left, are at war with the Blairites, the Tories, the media, the establishment, with neoliberalism and with capitalism itself.